Do you
Josh
feel,
surviving.
or have you ever not felt welcome? Have you ever not felt welcome at a black church as a black man? Because first and foremost, let's be clear, everybody. Black men are not in abundance at church. Okay, let's just say what's the big fat elephant in the room. There's not a lot of them sitting in the pews on Sunday or Bible class or any other service. There's not a lot of them. You got to pick from just a few. Okay, so have you ever, felt not accepted at a black church in,
So
in any capacity?
the answer to that is yes, but it was situational. It was because of a particular sin or a particular perception. It wasn't because I was just black. I've been to black churches around the country. I've been to predominantly black churches off of the continental United States.
Gotcha.
And I've always felt welcomed and greeted very well because, like you said, to see a black man, and in most cases, I'm carrying my Bible.
Yeah.
So they see that and they're like, "Hey, what's your name? Come sit up in the front seat. Like, hey, are you a pastor?" They want to take me up. Even before I began to walk in my calling, I just carried a Bible with me, and people just naturally thought I was a pastor and would want to give me
Some
welcome
hospitality.
me,
Yeah.
man, welcome me in great and unique ways. So they're very hospitable. So
Yeah.
yeah, so just on average, I'm always welcome with my people. And actually, I told my wife something the other day,
Yeah.
which I haven't really shared publicly. So this will be the first time I've ever done that.
Okay.
I sense that the Lord might be calling me back home. And the what I'm talking about back home is I remember when I did an interview at this predominantly white institution that I served at for a number of years.
Yeah.
And one of the board members used to be a teacher in the city of Chicago. And he asked me, if the Lord called you to a predominantly black organization, would you go? Now, I clearly had a vision and cast a vision for diversity.
Yeah.
I love diversity, and the Lord does too.
Yeah.
But when he asked me that question, I'm like, well, the natural answer is if the Lord calls me, I got to go, right?
Of course, yeah.
Or otherwise, I'll be a Jonah.
Yeah.
He's going to get me there eventually, but I mean, I'm going to end up in somebody's fish, right? So,
Yeah.
so I said, yeah, of course, if the Lord calls me, I have to go. I'm sensing deeply
Yeah.
that the Lord is calling me back to serve in a predominantly black context, and or a predominantly a context of people of color. I've been reached out to by a couple Korean brothers
Yeah.
who've talked to me about coming to join what they're doing. I've been talked to about a black pastor from a missionary Baptist church
Interesting.
who's asked me to consider, joining what they do. I've actually looked at another missionary Baptist church who has a desire to become more diverse. Now they're predominantly black, but they're wanting to reach some of the Latino influence that's coming into their neighborhood and surrounding areas. They're wanting to become more diverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there is already some type of vision and plan for the church to be diverse, that is predominantly something now,
Yeah.
that's, I think, more attractive to me. But when I say come back home, I sense being called maybe to a black gathering or a gathering with predominantly black
Yeah.
congregants.
I think we all